Welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be learning how to make our own clothes in 2023. My name is Zaliat. If you're new here, please kindly subscribe to my channel. It will mean a lot to me. So I just want to talk about what we need to do before we learn how to make our own clothes, or if you have the desire to make our own clothes. These are just like little advice from my own canal knowledge on what you need to do in order for you to start making your own clothes this year. So yeah, if you want to know what you need to know, please keep watching. So first off, we need a sewing machine. The sewing machine is used to stitch your clothes. That's what you need to join the materials that you've bought, that you've cut so far. You need to join them. And why I'm talking about a sewing machine first off is in order for you to be able to practice. Practice makes perfect. So once you have a sewing machine, you can practice on your own. You can make mistakes on your own with little fabrics or scrap fabrics that you just gathered. You can use anything, fabric or paper, to practice before you start making real life outfits. So first off, I'll just try and talk about the types of machines that I know. First off, we have the industrial machine. Those are usually used by business people. If you have a sewing business, you need fast machines. Yes, an industrial machine is good for you. If you are sewing from home, then you can easily take between a tabletop machine. You can have Singer, Butterfly, or Brothers. Those are popular brands of sewing machines. Or you can have the blackhead machines, which we normally call manual machine. It doesn't need an electrical connection for it to work. It has a manual foot whereby you can use it to stitch. And also, if you can afford one, you can get a weaving machine, or an overlocker. Or you can easily take, when you need to overlock a fabric, there are people that their sole business is to overlock a fabric for you. They always call them weaving. If you go to any shop, maybe where there are many tailors, just tell them, "Oh, I want to weave my clothes today," or "weave my clothes." They'll probably show you where you are going to do so. Or if you can afford to have one and you have the space in your own home, you can also get one. Secondly, you will need to learn how to stitch. That's the whole point of getting a sewing machine. Once you get your sewing machine, you need to practice how to stitch on your sewing machine. You can either use a scrap fabric or a paper. You can use your newspaper or a brown paper to learn how to stitch on your machine. Yes, stitching is very important because all through your sewing project, everything you need to do, you must stitch. You can get two fabrics and join them together, two independent fabrics and join them together. You also need to learn how to hem. You also need to learn how to do the backward and forward stitch before you start sewing. You can also learn to use the zigzag stitch in case you might need it in the future. And also, you also need to learn how to hand stitch by using a backward stitch, the hemming stitch. Learn how to fix a button. You also need to learn how to mend your clothes. How to, if you have a patch, you need to learn how to also mend that too as well. Yes, you also need to learn how to take measurements of yourself. You can either do this in front of a mirror by yourself, or you learn how to measure someone else, or you can simply just ask somebody who already knows how to do it to measure you so that you are able to have your own measurements. But the disadvantage of that is that your size and your body type keeps changing. So you need to be able to measure yourself at all times, and also measure for others, maybe your family, your friends, in case they want you to make something for them in the future. Yes, another point is that you also need some sewing tools. You don't need so many sewing tools to learn how to sew. First off, one of the sewing tools you will need, which I've mentioned earlier, is your sewing machine. You also need a tape rule, you need a tailor's chalk, you need a ruler, and also you need a scissors to cut whatever material or fabric that you will need to use, you also need a tabletop or a flat surface in order for you to work with. You need a flat surface to work with, and also you need a pressing iron. You can either get a steam iron or a regular iron, but a steam iron is more advisable. I also want to state the importance of ironing. Ironing is very important throughout sewing. This can make your dress or your outfit or whatever you're sewing very, very good. So every point at which you're sewing, trying to do it perfectly. This is very important. I also like to mention that you need to start small. You need to start with things that you need to take pieces of fabric. You don't need to buy a large yarn to start. You take pieces of fabric to learn how to stitch. You can either draw different patterns on your fabric, maybe a straight line, curves, and other shapes on your fabric, and stitch along that line or along the pattern that you have drawn. This will enable you to learn how to stitch. You also need to learn how to use the edges of the fabric, which are you can start by making a pillowcase. Pillowcase is really easy to do, or a bedsheet. Bedsheet is very long stretch of hem. So you can start with that by hemming like a bedsheet and also making a pillowcase before you proceed to making more complex projects such as a tote bag. A tote bag too is quite easy to make. Also, you can also try to make a bubu or an A-line dress. That does not require so much. You can just check on YouTube or you can check on the internet or wherever. So like just check out the tutorial. You can also try to make a balance band or a pajamas trouser. That's very interesting. It's easy to make. Or if you know you can also after you've practiced your stitching, because you need to learn how to stitch for you to do all those things. So you need to start small. Yes, you also need to learn how to make clothes. You can either attend an online class or a physical class. You need to learn how to make clothes. Somebody needs to teach you. It's not something you can just know on your own. So you need to learn. You can, as I said, YouTube is an amazing space for you to get how to make clothes. You can check for so many tutorials, especially in the sewing communities. Like the tutorial is just too much, like it's never ending. As I'm speaking, somebody's probably filming a tutorial for you. So you need to learn how to make clothes. You can either learn pattern drafting or a freehand method of making clothes. If you have access to it, you can also get already made patterns, but you will need to learn how to read it and how to manipulate those patterns if you have access to it. For instance, now in Nigeria, it's not so popular to use already made patterns. We either use the pattern drafting or we use freehand. Yes, and lastly, you need to be confident in yourself and you need to trust the process and also practice. Rome was not built in a day, so you need to also understand that you need to practice. That's what you need, and be confident in yourself. Not all outfits will be nice. Even like major designers, big designers also make mistakes while making an outfit. That's what you learn from. And also you also need to learn how to decode an outfit. Whereby you see a picture, you are able to tell that, okay, this was what was done to be able to achieve this certain outfit. Not so that you avoid the situation whereby you are getting what I ordered versus what I got with your own self. Sometimes you might see an outfit, let me say online, and you want to make the type. If you do not understand how the structure of that outfit is, you will not be able to recreate it. So you need to also understand, and also you need patience. You need to be patient with yourself, and don't forget to always iron. If you've enjoyed this talk or advice, please like and also share. Kindly subscribe to my channel, and yeah, you can turn on the notification bell so that you know when next I post a video. Bye.